Hello friends, first of all welcome to the MGTer family. Uh, First I introduce our department, our head of department Professor Sapna Gade ma'am, myself Professor Jai Tandil, my other colleague Professor Gaurang Patel, and lastly Professor Milan Patel. Today is one of the introductory lecture of power electronics. The subject is actually power electronics converters and its application. So I hope you very well familiar with what is power electronics, because in I think uh, fourth and fifth semester you study about power electronics 1 and power electronics 2, and if I am not wrong, then if you are not choose the elective subject on final year like industrial instrumentation and power quality and management, so maybe you offer the institute is offer the advanced power electronics 1 and 2 subject. So if not, then you are familiar with 2 at least subject of power electronics 1 and 2. So this subject is nothing but a combination of that both subject, means whole power electronics that is in one subject, that is power electronics. So advancement in masters, that is some design of the converter as well as its real application. So definition wise, power electronics is a converters which is used to control and convert some electric power simply, or we can say broadly define power electronics, that is divided into three sections: power, electronics and control, in which the power word that is deal with some generation of transmission and distribution of electric power, and some control which is deal with some electronic circuitry in which the power semiconductor device is used to control something, control the output with the help of some microcontroller arrangement for gate pulses. And lastly the control word, that is deal with, we are always taking some time taking some feedback from the output, means we are sensing something on the output side and compare with some reference, and whatever the error that will be produce the responsible gate triggering, through we can constantly operate the load, or we can say constant operation. So that is power electronics and control, that is three word which is divided into different section. So power electronics ultimately call everywhere. If you want to design something, then converters are there, because we require to control some output. So that is a features of power electronics converter. Without converter, maybe we cannot control the load except the manual. So let's start the introduction to the power electronics. So before start, we I just found some source of energy, and through which the yearly energy consumptions or energy generation, we can say, by the different sources, conventional sources, fossil fuels, renewable sources, whatever, right? So I found from the International Energy Agency, that is called as the IEA, which is gives some data. It's a quite old data, I think 2019 data, but the concept is the matter. The concept is same. So you can see on left hand side, that is a generation of the electric energy of India, and right hand side, that is a energy generation through the different sources of energy in all over the world. So in India you can see the coal consumptions, coal and oil, that is a major sources of generation of electric power, because you know the day by day population is increase. Due to that population, we are try to fulfill the requirement of electricity supply. We till today in India we cannot provide that kind of facility. We have a one day cut off in electricity. That is a reason, actual reason we are not able to give the 24-hour supply to some area in India. So you see that the hydro is give some 2.3%, nuclear through we can generate the power 5.8%, natural gases and other we may that includes the renewable sources. So we can say due to the coal combustion and oil, in coal combustion means thermal power plant, we are actually pollute the environment. But that is the only way to generate, that is only not way to generate the energy. We have a sources, but we are not reach up to the research level on that. We can get some energy from the renewable sources and others natural sources of energy. So in India, not you see in all over the world 42.3% energy that will be generated through the thermal power plant by combustion of coal. So we are pollute the environment actually, right? And we have some limited sources of some nuclear and some other sources. We have only after some 2055 or some 2060, we don't have that kind of sources. So we are think about to other sources of energy, as well as we try to improve our efficiency. We are tried, that's why FACS device is another are to be introduced for compensation, to reduce the losses, filters we are using that, right, to improve our efficiency, improve the power factor. So without any loss, without little loss, we try to distribute the maximum power, flexible power, right? So as I told you, the graph of the energy, the production in joule versus some year, you can, as I told you, 2150, maybe 2000 year, maybe the coal combustion that we lost coal in all from the world. And you see the uranium, so nuclear power plant 2050, maybe we lost the sources of that oil, natural gases. So these are the graph of the sources, and some tentative year we are utilize that. After that, what will happen on 2250? So we have to think from the day, we have to think about environment pollutions, because that having some hazardous effect on our environment, on our health. So these are some causes and some effect by burning of fossil fuel. As I told you in previous, the oil and the coal are the main sources of to generate the energy we are getting, because it's the cheapest source nowadays. That's why we are planned for that. We are not thinking about the pollutions. But you can see the what are the effect to the this thermal power plant and oil based power plant. So they are ultimately a global warming, some ozone layer deflations, right? CO2, that is carbon dioxide. Due to that, the acidic rain, and due to the acidic rain, what will happen? Our farming crop may be fail, or on that farm some components, whatever the vegetables we are eating, that will be ultimately effect on our health, we can say. So these are I have tried to introduce by this some arrangement of this some effect, hazardous effect of fossil fuel. So we need to reduce the consumption of fossil fuels because of environment pollutions and health hazards. So it is ultimately on our side, on the health side, that is photochemical oxidations, we can say. So therefore we have to, the highest energy needed for the development from the other sustainable sources like solar. Nowadays we are moving towards the renewable sources. We know that our wind power plants and solar cannot be able to generate that kind of energy, because the nuclear and other solar power plant having installation cost is very high, right? But we have to think about it, otherwise after some year we are lost our sources. So whatever our natural source is, we are trying to utilize that, and we are producing that kind of energy and fulfill the human requirements of electricity. We know that solar, with the help of solar, we are not generating the power at night. So we have to do, we have to what we want some storing element. So we know that power that will be stored in form of direct current, so DC form. Now we are getting from the plug, that is alternating quantity. So when the DC source in the picture, we have a source, we have a load that is AC based, so we require some middle order component, which is for what purpose? Convert the DC quantity to AC, that is called as a converter, inverter arrangement. So now the power electronics is introduced. That is the main role of power electronics, to convert and conversion of electric power. That's what we are talking about today. So now I want to give you some energy efficiency, right, by the some power plant, like for example of coal thermal power plant, steam. So means due to the coal combustion we are getting steam, and steam that will be some conservator and some evaporator and so arrangement like that. So ultimately we are getting some steam, wet steam. So wet steam to dry steam, and dry steam which is imparted into the blades of turbine, it will be rotate, and due to the rotations of alternator we are generating some power. So that is simple arrangement. But you can see if 100% steam we are generated, from that whatever the turbine is rotated, and energy most ofly that will be false. We are not getting even a 50% energy. If we have, you can see, if you have 100% steam, then with the help of the efficiency of the power, that is only 0.35%. See how much kind of loss that we are getting. And after the generation of that power, we are distributed to the consumer through transmission. So we are doing step up 2 times, step down 2 times. We have a energy power sources like converter sources, like a transformer, which is step up and down the voltage as per our requirement. We are initially step up 2 times, 11 for example, that is 66, 62, 132, and then transmit. And after the substation it will be distributed 2 times. After that 440 volt that will be distributed in 230 volt, and then service line that will be connected. So you see that how the generation and where it is to be placed. So many components are there between that, protective devices are there, so they are consuming some power. So due to that also loss. So efficiency wise it is very less. Thermal and other power plants are the very less efficient, but the source of coal, that is very cheap compared to nuclear. For example, nuclear power plant, whatever the raw material, that is very costly, right? So this I try to give you a brief introduction to the how to generate the power, how it will be transmitted, and what are the efficiency of that, right? Now these are the some IEA data, that is a futuristic data, and that they think about from 2000 to 2016 we are utilize the 30% of renewable energy in India. That is started, the Indian government is give the subsidy to that. For that, if you have a panel of 3 megawatt, right, for example 1.5 lakh rupees, then the 30,000 approximately rupees, which is given as a subsidy by the government, right? So we are moving towards the renewable. So according to the IEA, 2017 to 2013 in all over the world, 61% up to 2030, 61% energy that will be generated by the renewable sources, right? Gas sources, that is 9%, 9%, coal, that is 60%. So we are reducing that polluted sources. Okay. Okay, now the definition wise, power electronics is a technology which is associated with the efficient conversion and control of electric power by using a semiconductor devices. It may be IGBT, thyristor, GTO. Nowadays GTO is used in everywhere. So many DAC, TRIAC, every power semiconductor device has having on its features. The MOSFET having a high frequency devices, IGBT is high frequency, some of the current control device, some of the voltage control device. We discuss in next section. Another definition, so power electronics, which is encompasses the use of the electronic component, the applications of the circuit theory and the design technique, and the development of the analytic tool toward the efficient electronic conversion, control and conditioning of electric power. This is the IEEE definitions of power electronics. Now, goal of the power electronics. So, efficient conversion with there is no ideal system actually, right. We have some loss during conversion, that is in 0% even, right. So, because the power semiconductor device having some switching losses, right. So, it is not possible to give the 100 input and we are getting a 100 output. We never get a 100 output, we have a 99.9% output, we have some loss everywhere. So, we are trying to reduce that loss with the help of converter, nothing else. So, efficient conversion, that is why I use an efficient word. Efficient conversion, conditioning and processing and control of the electric power using solid state semiconductor devices. In the other word, to supply the high quality of power to the load, causes a minimum pollutions of environment and the utility supply. That is the main goal of power electronics. Now, as I told you the control word at the beginning, slide 1. Control means we are taking some feedback. Why we are taking feedback? Because our load nature is different everywhere, right. Load may be a resistive, inductive, capacitive. If suppose we have a motor, then load torque that will be different. So, we always try to get some value of output because our load nature is different, right. So, we are taking some output nature, we are compared with some reference nature and we are generating some signal. That signal is given to that particular converter, that signal is told that the converter have to operate in such a manner to make our output constant. So, here is some input as a raw electric power, that is P input. We are taking also input signal sense, we are also sense the output signal, we are comparing it whatever error which is given to the converter, and that converter having some switches, power semiconductor devices that having some controllers, having a programming some kind of, right. So, that will be, it is called as a duty cycle, that will be on and off the device in such a manner we are getting a desired output. That is the role of actual power electronics. So, that is a control circuitry or trigger, that is called as a triggering circuit. Now, converter has a power switch semiconductor devices, an energy storing element like inductor and capacitor. Resistance element are avoided in converter because they are causes a power loss, because we know that I square R loss, R that is a due to that drop, right, current reduction. So, control switches that is on and off the present in the converter, we get some desired output. Now, some example of power process, how it will be convert, how it will be control, right, like that. So, I am using a single AC supply, it may be 50 hertz, it may be 60 hertz given to the converter 1, right. So, converter name, that is it may be AC to DC converter, it may be AC to AC converter, it may be DC to AC converter, it may be DC to DC converter, right. There are 4 basic converters, AC DC, AC AC, DC DC, DC AC, right. AC to DC, that is called particular rectifier, DC to AC, that is called as a inverters, and some cyclo converter and so on are there, but choppers we are discuss one by one. So suppose one converter which is convert AC to maybe DC or maybe controllable AC to AC, but we have a capacitor, so it is definitely DC converter. So converter 1 which is called as a rectifier, we can say. So whatever that control switches is require some command. So command for that control is are there, it may be microcontroller chip or anything. So first AC that will be converting to DC, right. Now DC, that is capacitor, stores some energy, means we have a DC source, right. That further DC that will be given to the converter 2, means converter 2 input is DC. So that is called as an inverter, because our load is AC. So DC to AC, further it is, so in converter 1 that is AC to DC converter with controllable output. Another converter 2 that is inverter, that is also controllable output, DC to AC. So we are giving AC, we are getting AC, but controllable AC, right. So why need to control the motor? So for speed control purpose, induction motor we know that 120 F by P, right. So N is equal to 120 F by P. So if we are not changing, we are trying to change the pole after the manufacturing of machine. So we have option of frequency, so that we can change with the help of some PWM technique and so on, right. So the power processor may have a more than one stage of power conversion. It is not necessary it only convert AC to DC only. Further it will be convert DC to DC, and further it will be convert DC to AC. It may be 4 steps, 3 step, right. But the steps that will be increased according to our requirement. So these are the converters. As I told you, there are the 4 to 5 types of converters are there. First converter, that is a rectifier. So rectifier what do? Input as a AC, output that is in form of DC, but that DC is not fixed. That is DC is controllable DC. If we are using a thyristor IGBT 3 terminal devices. If we are using a diode that is called as an uncontrolled rectifier, then we are getting a fixed amount of DC, right. But it is controllable, right. It is in transforming form. It may be in initial input side, that is AC form, output side, that is DC form. So now that DC can be stored, right, or you can utilize for the DC machine also. So its symbolic representation is like that. Second is a inverter. Inverter means input as a DC form, but output that is in form of AC, that is a controllable AC, right. Most probably we are not using a thyristor in case of inverter, because triggering issue, we need to turn off the thyristor, right, because thyristors need to be turned off, commutation is required, that is why. So we are using some IGBT and MOSFET most probably in inverter. Third one, that is chopper. Chopper is one of the DC to DC converter, means we have a 50 volt battery, we require 10 volt only. We put the chopper having one switch only, LNC combination in such a manner, it can be boosting. We can also do the 50 to 100, but ampere that will be less, right. So we can also do the step up and step down the DC with the help of chopper. Okay. So there are the another applications. Fourth one, that is cyclo converter. Cyclo is one of the AC to AC converter, means we have a, suppose for example 230 volt AC, but we require only 100 volt AC. We can do with the help of cyclo converter. It is also called as a frequency changer. Now AC voltage control, on off controller are the one of the AC to AC converter without changing a frequency, right. So AC voltage converter, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of converter and its symbolic representation. Now power electronics versus signal processing. So in a power electronics, focus in a power conversion at a high possibility efficiency using a very small control signal. Semiconductor device work as a switch. Semiconductor that will be put as our requirement of that. If our converter is use a more rated, then we have to put our semiconductor which having a higher rating. So in signal processing, semiconductor device generally work as a controller only. Now the source in the line region of that characteristics. In case of power electronics, semiconductor devices work as a switch, not controller. These are the basic difference. Lastly, the power handle may be range of few watt to several megawatt. As I told you, power electronics converter rating that will be higher control to signal processing, where in power handling will be in case of signal processing, power handle will be of the order of few milliwatt to few watts only. Now, power electronics applications, or where we are using a power electronic with which condition and which in processing, which in functions. So, these are the circular uh, through with that we use a power electronics. So, first of all, circuit and theory, superpositions, circuit theory for network analysis, power system, as I told you, fact devices that having a GTO, that having a thyristor, FCTCR. In electric machine for speed control we are using power system. System and control theory, we are taking a feedback, that is a part of control theory. Electromagnetism, microcontrol, that is a part of power electronics. Digital electronics is also encoding, decoding. Analog electronics, signal processing, simulation and computing, and lastly solid state physics. All these things that is deal with power electronics. Now, lastly, we are discuss about our course, right. So, its lecture is 3 per week. There is no tutorial, practical 2 means single lab. Credit is 4, 70 mark theory paper, mid 30 marks, your internal evaluation 20 marks, so totally 150, that is your total marks. So, now we are talking about, from the next session we are discuss about what is a semiconductor device, which start one by one. Maybe you are familiar with this all, but we do our its characteristics and applications both. So, first chapter, that is semiconductor devices, in which BJT, SCR, MOSFET, GTO, MCT, all are the devices. 4 quadrant bidirectional switches, diag, track, means all power semiconductor. AC controller, AC to DC converter, that is called as a rectifier. So, we are not just choose a one load. We are study this all converter single phase, suppose half wave with R, RL, RLC with all load, right. So, that is why what is the characteristics of load, that we can understand very well. So, single phase half wave R, RL, RLE load, single phase full wave R, RL, RLE load, 3 phase full load, 3 phase half load, all this. Switch voltage regulation means DC to DC converter, Kirk converter, SEPIC, buck boost, all these things. DC to AC, that is called as the inverters, PWM technique, 180 conduction, 120 conduction mode, and so on. 3 phase AC voltage controller and cycloconverter. So, frequency conversion and AC to AC converter, both we are studying. And lastly, that is chapter number 6, that is drive based, means power electronic. What is drive? Power electronic circuitry which is connected with some load and it drive it, which control that load, that is called as a drives. So, we have some cascade connections of DC coupling, unipolar, bipolar output impedance, circulating available circuit, drive chip, all this we are studying about. Okay, now most important, that is a book reference, that is a Mohan Mathur for power electronics, Muhammad Rashid, PC Sen, GK Dubey, all this basic book. Now, in the next lecture we are discuss about some application of power electronics converter with the help of recognizing the importance of power electronics in real life and give the motivation for the study about power electronics. Thank you so much.